Sure. Throw me right into it. Dan, tell me why I shouldn't be wondering about what's going on at quarterback after tonight's game.
Well, I think the plan was we were going to play both of them. We got Emery a series, or Anthony that series in the first half, and they wanted to get him another couple series in the second half. And I thought he did a good job. Missed some reads, a couple of reads out there. But I thought, it was good for him to get experience. It was great for Emery to get that experience as a starter right now for his first game out there. He missed some reads too, but I think you see both of them have the ability to make explosive plays. And, the nice thing is I'm pretty confident with both the quarterbacks. Obviously Emery's our starter. And we say, but as you get the experience, you roll the guys through. We did that tonight, and it was great to see them both make some really explosive plays. So, I think, what you said, I guess, was it your concern with them? I think our concern, we missed a couple of reads, and we missed some reads that we shouldn't miss, in a couple of checks. And, that type of deal is stuff that we got to get cleaned up and stuff that you haven't seen a ton in practice, but all of a sudden it's different, And, the difference between practice and a game, in practice, quarterback starts scrambling, we blow the play dead. Well, we saw tonight, those are big, explosive hit plays. In practice, though, you don't hit the quarterback and you get to see him, and they get used to kind of certain looks and making certain reads. Well, now you get into a game, you're playing a different defense. You got to be able to adjust and take what the defense gives you, and I think we missed some of those throws tonight.
Well, it wasn't even so much the concern. I'm just sitting here going, Anthony Richardson was, unbelievable at times tonight, and
mm-hmm. He did some good things, electric with the
plays, but Anthony was pretty spectacular, I felt.
Yeah, he's exciting with the ball in his hand, isn't he? So running around making some plays.
He was playing against a tired defense and everything. I get that.
Yeah, but we know. I told you, I think he's going to be a great player for us. And I think you saw that tonight. You saw, his athleticism. He's a special guy with the ball in his hand.
Thank you, Dan.
Yep.
Mark Long.
400 yards rushing, Dan. Are you guys now a power rushing team? You're going to go from the best passing team in the country to the best rushing team?
I've done it before. We're going to do what our guys do well. It's just kind of that's what it is. Honestly, I'd love to continue to be balanced. Let me just see here. Yeah, we ran it a little bit more than we threw it today, 46 runs, 35 passes. But some of those were scrambles too, you know what I mean? And I think, so I think you're able to stay balanced, but our explosive plays came on the ground tonight. And so we got to look at that a little bit. Are we taking the shots we need down the field to be explosive in the pass game as well? But like I said, we're going to do what we're going to do. If we got to lead the nation in rushing, we'll do that. Last year, we lead it in passing, do what our guys do well.
Cassidy.
Hey, Dan. Yeah, you said Monday that Emery had a lot of leeway to sort of make his own calls. Was that what happened on that 4th and goal?
No, he got the wrong signal in from the sideline. Thought we called something we didn't, and miscommunication. And, great things there to, go to learn from. If he's not sure with the communication, I didn't know he wasn't sure, when we're running the play because, looks like we're in the right formation and all that stuff. And he wasn't sure with the play call, and he just got to, that's an experience deal, in a first start right there to sit there. And he's out there saying, I'm going to try to make plays. Hey, you called this. I'm going to try to make a play. And he got the wrong signal from the sideline. So, in that situation, if it doesn't seem right, he's got to take a timeout for us and say, this doesn't seem right. Let me just make sure and have the, fix errors that come from the sideline, fix it on the field.
And then, obviously, you said Emery is your starter. You've obviously used quarterbacks before as well. But at what point do you start to ask yourself, do I have a quarterback controversy?
I would never ask myself that because I coach the quarterbacks a bunch. So they're not very controversial guys. They're both really nice guys. So.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, did you have one? No, I'm good. Cassie got it.
Everybody's tired. It's late.
Matt, go ahead.
The deadline was a long time ago. Let me ask what they were asking just slightly differently. Because a lot of fans are going to look at how Anthony played and say, why isn't he the starter? So why are you so confident that Emery is obviously the starter?
Just decision making and getting us through every part of the game. I mean, obviously, when you look at what happened and what Anthony coming in and did some nice things, but, I mean, you got to run the whole offense, and so, I think, and Anthony's really growing with that and growing with situations. So I think he'll continue to grow with situations as we move forward. And Emery's going to continue to grow, so.
And then one other one, the first touchdown, when Emery pitched it to Pierce, was that something he called at the line?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that was, like you said, we're saying you have the leeway. I mean, it's a check play. He saw them in a certain defense, and he got the check right, and that's part of it. I mean, there's things that I think if you look at Emery, there's things he did really well tonight, and then there's some things he missed, and when you look at some of the misses, I'm fine with. Some of the misses are tough things, and then a couple simple misses, and I know he's frustrated with it. The good thing is, coming off the field, you're like, hey, what'd you see? And he knows what the issue was. You know what I mean? Hey, I missed this. Hey, I missed that. And that's what you want from the quarterback. That it's not like, kind of looking with like a confused look on his face. So, he knew he was pretty, what he missed, and that's what you want, so we can get it cleaned up.
Jensen.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Well, first off, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
It's great to start off the season with a win. But I wanted to ask, so the rushing attack obviously seemed to be in full stride with 400 yards even tonight. But what about tonight's game will be keeping you up at night thinking?
I mean, everything right now. I mean, we had a lot of penalties in the game. Missed assignments, making sure, we played a lot of guys. I mean, we had a bunch of guys out. You have 4 interior D linemen out with injuries. So hopefully we get some of those guys back this week just to increase the depth. On that side of the ball, I mean, everything. I don't know if it keeps me up at night. I mean, everything. I'm up all the time anyway, thinking of how we're going to get better. So, how we're going to practice better, how we improve our scout team looks, how we're more detailed and exact, how we make sure, we cut down on mistakes and we have better attention to detail, eliminate all the penalties. I'm kind of a perfectionist, and so what I want to see, I think we got to get a lot better, and we got to, in every aspect of it. Not just better Saturday night. We have to get better. Right now, we got to get better Monday. Starting Monday, we come back in every part of our preparation to be more detailed and more exact, and so we play much cleaner.
Thank you. And then my second question is, what's something that impressed you tonight that coming into the game you didn't think would?
I don't know. I mean, not much. I don't know. I'd have maybe watched the film. Not much surprises me out there. I think you know me. I'm always, as the game, I'm very critical. So I'm not like, wow, this was fantastic. What probably surprised me is our number of penalties.
Thank you, Coach.
See, David Whitley, you got a hand up. You got one?
Dan, you weren't surprised by anything except the crowd, but what did you expect out of the offense specifically, and did it specifically, Emery, did he meet that, or were you not surprised that he had these miscommunications?
Yeah. Well, the miscommunication one, obviously, that's disappointing. That's a big miscommunication. That's everybody. That's not him. That's everybody. Right. No, I thought when you first start, you're going to miss a read or two here or there. So I'm not real worried about that. We'll get that cleaned up. That didn't surprise me. The best part with the night was the crowd. That was the absolute best part of the night, is seeing all the Gator fans and the energy and the electricity in the stadium again. And, you realize how much you miss that, just that feeling of that energy of having all the Gator fans in there cheering and that noise in the stadium. But that was awesome. That was definitely the best part of the night, was all the Gator fans cheering us on.
Zach Huber.
Hey, Coach, what impressed you the most about Malik Davis's performance tonight?
But I thought he really ran the ball hard, breaking tackles, yards after contact, his vision. I thought he did a really good job with that. But that's what we've been seeing, and that's the Malik I know and expect to see throughout the season, and he's really worked hard at that. So, I thought our backs as a whole all played pretty well, to be honest with you.
Goldie?
Hey, Dan, can you hear me?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I wanted to ask you about the front seven. I know you guys thought that could kind of be a strength for you. How did you feel like they played tonight?
On defense, I thought solid at times. I thought we got after the quarterback. I thought they did a good job getting the ball out pretty quick, early. And, a lot of times when they got to drop back pass, we got a bunch of pressure, got some sacks. Let's see. How many did we end up with here?
4 sacks, got on a couple fumbles.
Yeah, credit to and those were all done up front. Couple, a little bit soft in the run game at times. So that I want us to be a little bit stouter on that part of it. Even though at times we're stout, it was kind of like, either like 0 or 10 yards kind of seemed like to me at times. So we got to be a little bit cleaner that way up front. But but overall, and I think those guys, especially older guys, they have a pretty high expectation for themselves. So I think they want to get better. And this transition into playing games and how different it is, from all the practice stuff. So I think we'll see a big jump this week.
I got a backlog of players, so all I got time for is one from Declan and one from Zach Appleverdi.
Hey, Coach. So just one question, man. Especially on that first couple drives, really high tempo. Pretty high tempo from what we saw last season in the first couple drives. Is that something we can expect to see more? And what do you think of that kind of like just faster pace?
Yeah, we really want to play with tempo. Obviously what goes on in the situations, determine that and the yardage and where the ball is. But we'd like to do a lot more tempo this season.
Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.
All right, close with your one, Zach.
Hey, Dan, it's been obviously your second game without Tony, Pitts, and Grimes, and then it's the second game where Rick Wells has led you guys in receiving and got his first career touchdown tonight. Just what do you think of his performance and just being back for his 6th year? What do you mean to that receiving corps?
Yeah, I think Rick. It just shows the perseverance. He's a guy. He's worked his tail off. When I got here, he. Early on, I had questions whether he would make it. And then, I said, hey, eventually you got to buy into the program. And he bought all into the program. And I saw a change in him. And then all of a sudden, he got stuck kind of behind some guys, even though he bought in. But it never deterred him. And he he kept battling, kept working, kept his head down, kept grinding. And, and now he's reaping the reward of all that hard work. Thank you, guys. Have a great night. Late night. Try to get some sleep. Go Gators.